Date from Wishart Law Firm on court file number CV-21-00000002-0000. Under Lakewoods Resort, council received correspondence from Cunningham Swan Lawyers dated June 24th, 2021. And Sue has a resolution that she is going to read, and I will ask that we do a recorded vote on that resolution. Thank you. Sue?
Through the chair. Whereas bylaw 2014-129 authorized the execution of a subdivision agreement between the municipality and Lakewoods Resort Developments Incorporated. And whereas section 46 of bylaw 2014-129 states the owner agrees that the municipality may, in its sole discretion, at any time and from time to time, authorize the use of all or any part of the Lakewoods Resort Developments Incorporated performance guarantee for such purposes as the municipality deems fit, in any way makes or permits default in the owner's obligations under the agreement. And whereas bylaw 2018-01, being a bylaw to extend the completion date for the works relating to phase 1 of the Lakewoods Resort Development Incorporated Plan of Subdivision 49M84, was found in default, and Lakewoods Resort Development Incorporated have not completed construction of the road, which was to be ultimately assumed by the township after completion. And whereas Lakewoods Resort Developments Incorporated was served registered notice of default of sections 42 and 63 for incomplete or faulty work to Skeed Road and Lakewoods Drive on July 13, 2020. And whereas the township has served notice and expended proceeds from the performance guarantee to contract out and install a hydrant, reconciliation of legal and consulting fees, contract out services for snow plowing and sanding services for the winter of 2020-21, and tender for revised scope of the road. And whereas staff and municipal engineer have reviewed options of graveling the 7-kilometer of road, which would result in the road remaining a private, unmaintained road, and future development would be hindered. And whereas staff also investigated paving from Highway 60 to Skeed Road and assuming Skeed Road, which leaves the remaining 4 kilometers of Lakewoods Drive as a private, unmaintained road. And whereas the township expended funds and proceeded to tender 2020-12 for a revised scope and development of the road, and the lowest tender for Bonnechere Valley Excavating, which was $1,798,685.92 pre-tax. And council rejected the tender because it exceeded the value of the remaining performance guarantee. And whereas staff has obtained a written legal opinion from Cunningham Swan Lawyers of the procurement bylaw 2017-06, section 227E, whereas council is permitted to enter into discussions with BEI as the lowest tender to single source their services. And whereas council accepts the legal opinion from Cunningham Swan Lawyers dated June 24, 2021 as received to be in the best interest of the taxpayer and the municipality, and proceed with single sourcing the services as permissible in the municipal procurement bylaw 2017-06 in good faith as allowable under section 227E, and enter into contract negotiations with BEI, the lowest bidder of the previous tender 2020-12. And whereas council is not prepared to expend public funds for a private development and is acting in good faith and in the best interest of the taxpayer and the municipality. And whereas culvert repairs identified at 5+425 as outlined in a contractual agreement with BEI, and any contract administration and engineering costs associated with adherence to the requirements for road assumption as verified by the municipal engineer will initially be taken from municipal unallocated reserves until reimbursed by future development on the subject roads. And whereas the municipality will not cover any additional cost overruns in excess of the performance guarantee, and whereas council emphasizes that for all other intents and purposes that the procurement bylaw remains to be in full force and effect, and whereas BEI had been previously identified as an appropriate service provider because it presented the lowest tender 2020-12, that council is choosing to adopt this method of procurement to remedy the default of Lakewoods Resort Development, Inc. based on section 227E of the procurement bylaw 2017-06. Therefore be it resolved that due to the deteriorating condition of Skeed Road and Lakewoods Drive, the Council for the Township of Madawaska Valley directs staff and the municipal engineer to immediately engage in contract negotiations with BEI for construction of the roadworks to be funded by the performance guarantee and prepare an agreement for council review and approval to allow for roadworks to proceed promptly.
Okay, thank you. And could I get a mover for that, please? Moved by Councillor Poplinski, seconded by Councillor Wilmer. And I did ask if you could conduct a recorded vote, Sue.
Councillor Bromwich,
Yay.
Councillor Poplinski,
Yay.
Councillor Schulist,
Yay.
Councillor Wilmer,
Favor.
Mayor Love.
In favor.
Motion is carried, unanimous.
Okay, thank you, everyone. That was quite the lengthy resolution, and I do appreciate all the hard work it took to get there. With that, we have our confirming bylaw 2021-59, regarding the confirming bylaw for the special council meeting of June 25th, 2021. The recommendation is that bylaw 2021-59, being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of the council of the Corporation of the Township of Madawaska Valley at a special council meeting of June 25th, 2021, be given first and second reading. Could I get a mover, please? Moved by Councillor Bromwich, seconded by Councillor Schulist. All those in favor? And that's carried. The recommendation is that bylaw 2021-59 be given third and final reading this 25th day of June, 2021. Moved by Councillor Poplinski, seconded by Councillor Wilmer. All those in favor? And that's carried. And a motion to adjourn. Moved by Councillor Wilmer, seconded by Councillor Schulist. All those in favor?
Oh, yeah.
And that's carried.